Welcome to the Redirect Podcast. I'm Abigail Freshley.
And I'm Emily Rojas. The Redirect Podcast is the show where we shift the conversation back to books. We discuss themes from some of our favorite books and how those themes show up in our real lived experiences.
On today's episode, we are talking about celebrities who get papped with books, what that means, and what book recommendations we have for celebrities currently in a PR crisis.
But first, before we get to that, we would love for you to support the show in a few simple ways. The first thing you can do is you can, if you haven't already, go and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and let us know that you love the show.
You can also follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at Redirect Podcast. And if you really, really love the show, you can share our show with a friend. Sharing our show with a friend is by far the best way to help us grow our community of book-loving nerds.
That is true.
That is true.
You know what I was just thinking about? How we started this pod. This is so off topic, but we started this podcast and our original idea was that we would talk about one nonfiction book and one fiction book every episode. And it's just funny to see how far we've come. This is a much better model.
Yeah, I mean, knowing us, we would have given that up on that because, I mean, this is the most research that I've had to do for an episode in like a long time. And to be clear, I did about 15 minutes of
exactly.
So,
like a Google search.
Yeah, I think more our speed is just ranting, talking, yapping. This is a yap podcast.
This is a yap podcast, and we are good at that. So, anyways, we hope you like it.
Truly. Okay, so a friend of the show had a really great idea for us. So here's the thing. A few episodes ago, we had a call to our listeners. We said, if there is an episode you want to hear, reach out to us and we'll probably do it. We're pretty flexible.
We're very
If it takes more than 15 minutes of research, we might not do it.
Or it might take some time, some prep.
Yeah, it might take some prep. But
in general,
the idea was celebrities who do pap walks and the books that they're papped with and like dissecting that. And we were like, immediately, yes, that's such a great idea.
Yeah.
But we also decided, oh man, wouldn't it be fun to like reverse it? Like, ooh, we have some ideas for some pap walks for some celebrities who may need a little bit of like boost to their stock.
Positive PR. Yeah, totally.
So this is right at the intersection of our interests.
Yes.
Very excited about this. Just kind of starting off, like, if you're listening to this and you don't really know, like, what a pap walk is, Emily, can you explain what a pap walk is, why it would happen, how it would be organized, and what's the purpose?
You always throw these questions at me like I'm
why don't you ask me?
Okay, let me give it my best shot first. So, basically, celebrities...
I'm trying to include you.
No, I appreciate it. Celebrities, there are celebrities who, by nature, get paparazzi photos taken of them. And then there are some celebrities, or all celebrities, there's another version of that where it's not organic and they like are intentionally letting paparazzi know where they're going to be. They're walking. People accuse... The Gaylors accused Taylor Swift of doing this with Joe Alwyn anytime there was a rumor about her.
Taylor Swift definitely does do this.
She does, absolutely.
She gets organically papped for sure, but she also organizes pap walks.
Correct. Because if she doesn't want to be seen, she's not seen. She's like, she finds ways to not be seen.
Anyone remember the famous, remember that giant box? She was in that box, I swear to God.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
So it's like a symbiotic relationship and, like low-level stars do this a lot where they're like, oh, sighted going to the farmer's market. And it's like, girl, nobody was coming to that farmer's market. You had to call them to like get these pictures taken of you and then they're able to sell the photos. So, it happens a lot when a celebrity needs a certain story written about them or a certain...
And sometimes it's really clear. Like, remember from like COVID days when Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello did that pap walk, and it's like, you guys, this is
Walking Dead.
You guys are Walking Dead. People are drinking like coffee, but the coffee cups clearly have nothing inside. It's just an empty paper cup. Like, just drink coffee. I don't know. Just drink coffee. Put water in it. Look like you're carrying something.
At least. Yeah.
There are times it's very obvious. And the ones that we're going over today, we feel confident they are purposeful pap walks because I don't know about you, Emily. But I typically don't walk with the books I'm reading out cover first in my arms, like a naive,
laughing,
like gentle schoolgirl. Like all of the books, like the cover is out, it's an arm, or the person who's being papped has a bag, but the book isn't in the bag.
Yes.
Or they're not having one of their many servants do the bag or like to hold the book, whatever. Anyways, there's a couple resources from a Reddit thread called in our
Pop Culture Chat, a classic subreddit, by the way.
And then also there's a Vogue article called The Ultimate Celebrity Papwalk Reading List. We sourced some from there.
Also, just Google images is
Google.
what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, Google image search. So some make sense. So actually, there's some... Okay, actually, before we get into celebrity papwalks, I think there are a few that when you Google search this, they are organic. Like Timmy Chalamet was on the subway.
Yeah.
And he was photographed reading Dune.
Yeah.
I bet he was actually reading Dune.
I bet he was actually reading it, but don't you think...
for the role.
There's definitely a conversation of like, hey, you need to carry this around with you when you're out in public and get photographed reading this. Like,
you know what? You're right.
You know, like that's just a little bit. I'm interested in the logistics. I'm really interested in the logistics of like the celebrity PR world. It feels so intricate and strange to me. And I would love to know, like, what are those email threads between the like Dune publicity people, Timmy C's publicity people, being like, hey, you need to go get photographed reading Dune, but like it needs to be organic, so maybe you go right around
and, like,
the subway with it. Like, you know, like what is that like? And he seems very willing. Like I bet there's a lot of celebrities who would be like, no, I'm not gonna go do that, but he seems like he's just gonna do it, you know?
Another one that I think truly is organic, and maybe I'm just naive, but Chris Pine, often seen photographed outside of my local independent bookstore, but a couple times he's been photographed with the book stack that he bought, and he'll like hold it up for paparazzi.
I do believe that's organic.
Yeah. So in one of the stacks he had, I haven't read a few of these, but Lady Joker by Kaoru Takamura, Los Angeles Standards, Summer Light and Then Comes the Night by John Kalman Stephenson, and Tender is the Flesh, which is a cannibalism book.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he would be.
Yeah, he seems like he has book integrity.
This list right here gives book integrity because there's not a cohesive message, right? Like it's kind of all over the place. It seems like a little weird, a little off. Like it doesn't seem like, okay, now let's juxtapose. So like that's a context setter. Let's like juxtapose that to some of the choices made in purposeful papwalks. So the queen of celebrity papwalks is Sarah Jessica Parker. She gets papped with books like a lot.
Yeah. Like almost all the ones on Google Images are her.
With a book, with the cover like beautifully like
she's got
angled.
She's got the pose nailed.
So let's just kind of hit some of the books. So she was photographed reading Alexei Navalny, Patriot, a memoir by Alexei Navalny. She was photographed reading Monkey Grip by Helen Garner, Entitlement by Rumaan Alam, A Quitter's Paradise by Alicia Chang, Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney, and Bee Sting by Paul Murray. I have not read all of these books.
No, none of them.
But of the ones I'm familiar with, this list is giving, I am a sophisticate. I think deep thoughts. I'm very serious. I think big things about the world and like take me seriously. I'm not just Carrie Bradshaw. This is what this list gives to me.
Absolutely. And I think like there's something very relatable about that actually, because who among us doesn't want to like seem intelligent by the books we're reading and doesn't sometimes pick books with the express interest of people thinking, wow, what a like thoughtful, smart person you must be if you're reading this book. So I think like that's valid. And I do think that I would do that if I was a celebrity.
What I want to know is okay, so this is a great question. Okay. So these are the books she's been papped with. What do you think is in her Kindle Unlimited library?
Oh, I don't think she reads for real.
You don't think she reads for real? So do you think she's okay? And second question, do you think she's actually read any of these books?
No.
The only book she was actually photographed reading was the Sally Rooney book, which feels the closest
that actually feels valid, yeah,
to something that she would actually read. Maybe Rumaan Alam maybe, but no, she did not read Alexei Navalny Patriot. I'm sorry.
And it's like, that's okay.
She listened to a New York Times podcast about Alexei Navalny. She did not read this book.
I think probably most celebrities actually don't read a lot at all. And that includes your favorite TikTok influencer, which
they definitely don't read.
They're going to try to get into book talk when they want to ghostwrite something. They read a few
chapters of their friends, their other fellow influencers' memoirs.
Yeah, but they are not reading.
Okay. Next on the list, Grimes, the ex-partner, or was she ever married to Elon Musk, or are they just like partners? I think they were just partners.
Yeah, I don't think they were legally married.
Okay. Grimes was photographed reading the Communist Manifesto.
This is so on the nose. It's like embarrassingly on the nose.
Oh my God.
It's like, who told you that was a good idea? Like
she 100% didn't read the Communist Manifesto.
No.
But she was like, you know what would piss off my baby daddy?
Yeah.
Being photographed reading the Communist Manifesto.
Exactly. And like rehab my image. Like, look how different I am than that person.
Than him.
That I chose to
like,
have
I
a
know
child
I
with.
willingly had a child with him.
Too,
and
right?
And then not only did I have those children, I named them like X0, X9.
The craziest things ever. Yeah.
Can't even be pronounced.
Yeah. God.
But I'm not stolen valor.
Yes.
Come on.
Like, calm down.
Stolen valor. She is not a true comrade. Bradley Cooper and Suki Waterhouse were photographed in like Central Park on a blanket, cozied up, reading Lolita, a book about child SA. And they're like giggling and laughing.
And there's like a significant age gap between them as well. So it's even worse.
Help.
It's like, again, I just would love to know, like, what were you guys thinking? Like, this is hilarious. Like, we're getting so much criticism, or like,
do you think that they were actually reading the book?
No.
Do you think that they even knew what the book was?
No, they had to have known. Bradley Cooper seems like the type who would have known. I think this was like, this is a meta commentary on our relationship, and we're going to go do this and get Pap doing it. And it's going to be like ironic. And it's going to be like, we are self-aware of the implications. And it's so funny. I really think that. That is my read on that situation.
That is such a generous read. My read was that they were like, oh my God, let's go get a picture taken in the park. Let me grab something off the bookshelf.
That's insane. That's even more insane. Because how does that even happen? How does that happen?
What do you guys think? Let us know. Do you think
in.
that Bradley Cooper and Suki, what is their age gap? Let's see.
I think she was like 19 or something at the time. She was quite young.
17 years. They started dating in 2013 when he was 38 and she was 21. Problematic Summer Romance by Allie Hazelwood.
All right. Allie Hazelwood's brought me around on this. I don't think, honestly, like, is that bad? It's not great. But
it's not great.
The Lolita of it all makes it worse. But okay, her being 21, I thought she was like 17, 18, 19, like borderline. 21, I'm like, okay, that gives me more. I believe it now even more. I think this was self-aware. I think they were just doing this to be funny. That's my opinion. It's like an edgelord type thing. Like, haha, this is like, I'm so older than her. Let's go read Lolita in the park. Because there's just no way.
Grow up, bro.
I don't know how you grab this book and you don't know. I just feel like...
Hey, also, have you ever shared a book, like read a book at the literal, like the same physical copy of the book at the same time as another person?
No.
That's crazy.
You know what's
Who would read a book like that?
You know what's a weird fan fiction trope? I feel like this comes up a lot, where two people in a fan fiction will be reading... Maybe this is just because it was in Cadence of Part-Time Poets they would do this, but they'll read 2 books and then like read 10 pages or read a chapter or something, and then you tell the other person what happened, and then you swap, and then they read like the next chapter, and you read the next chapter in the other book.
I've never heard of this.
Okay, I feel like this is... I've read this more than once, and it's like, that's kind of like romantic in theory, but in reality, I don't believe in that. Like, no, we shouldn't be sharing books. You should read your book and I should read my book. Also, y'all don't read at the same accelerated reader level. Yes.
Sorry.
Exactly.
One of you has more AR points than the other one.
Period. So. And I would be sitting there waiting for someone to finish the book and be like, can you hurry up? Also, just like, there's no world in which me and Eric are interested in the same books, so that's just not going to happen. Like,
maybe
ever.
Lolita.
Probably not. But yeah, reading the same book at the same time is insane. I don't even like to like share like you show someone, you know, like an Instagram post and they're taking forever to read the caption. I don't even like to do that. Like, let's just read on our own private time, okay?
This is an independent activity.
It is.
Okay. Next, Addison Rae. These are the ones I believe the absolute least.
Yeah.
When a celebrity is photographed reading and walking at the same time down a busy city street.
That's why I had to pull this one.
Please.
That's not real.
Addison Rae was spotted reading Britney Spears' memoir, The Woman in Me.
Insane. The thing I can't figure out, though, is did she do this trying to boost her own... Like, hey, make comparisons between me and Britney Spears as a star, you know? Like, did she do it for that reason? Or did Britney Spears' publishing company, marketing, whatever, get Addison Rae to read it because they're like, oh, she's, you know, famous with the youths. And
no. Other way around.
Okay.
I don't think that Addison Rae is like, I don't think Britney Spears needs Addison Rae's help selling her books.
No. But
I think Addison Rae is like, look at me, also a child star. But that is kind of a bad take. Like, you are not a child star in the same way.
No. And like, is that what you want to be compared to?
Nor do you have the talent or star power.
No, neither.
Or celebrity that she does.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was her own choice. And just like, if we were your PR consultants, I think what we would say is, hey, nobody reads while walking.
Yeah. At least make it believable. At least Timmy T's on the subway sitting down looking embarrassed, you know? What are you doing? Wow. Yeah.
You need to have more shame.
You do. People need to have more shame in general.
Okay, Megan Fox was papped carrying her own book. Which, you know what? Fine.
That's
game
fair,
recognized.
fair.
Like, you
That's
know
fair.
what? Promote yourself. I get it.
Yes.
Fine. Let's see. All of these books are like so like heady and pretentious. Let's see. Jacob Elordi was papped reading The Art of Cinema.
Yeah.
The Art of Cinema. Do you think that he really read that?
I don't know, maybe. But you know what I'll say? I think this worked for him because I think Jacob Elordi has successfully rebranded himself as like an actual actor, where he started out doing like fully, you know, terrible Netflix rom-coms. Like,
yeah. So this like helped. But he also was photographed reading Prima Facie by Susie Miller. These are both like serious artistic books about his career path.
Exactly.
Like, I think this was, I don't know if he read them, but I think that these are probably, that was strategic, and I think it worked for him. Sarah Jessica Parker, take notes.
It would be a lot of pressure, to be fair, if I was a celebrity, which I hope to never be, someone who has paparazzi photos taken of them, but like the pressure of what book you are holding, like you just got to get a Kindle. If you're a legit reader, that's how I don't believe any of you guys, because there's no way you want to advertise all the books you're reading all the time. So
I think, yeah, if you're a real reader, you have some shame.
Yes, exactly. Because there's always going to be stuff that you read that maybe you don't want. Honest to God, there is stuff I've read this year that I have not even put in Storygraph because my 4 friends, who include you, on there, are like, I don't want them to see what I've been reading. You know what I'm saying? And like on the community portal. So if you're a real reader, you're not doing all this. You're not.
Hey, by the way, you can add us on Storygraph. I'm at Fabigail.
Yeah, at Emily Rojas Reads. You know what? There's a lot of celebrities also, including Gigi Hadid and I think Paul Mescal, who have been photographed reading The Stranger by Albert Camus. And that, to me, is like the most basic bitch classic book you could be photographed with.
Dig deeper.
It's like so short and it's a pretty easy read. And sorry, it wasn't Paul Mescal, it was Ryan Gosling. Very like tracks. Sexily holding that. So like, yeah, that one just like, again, I don't believe you. If you're holding The Stranger, I don't believe that you're reading it. Okay, so these are the choices that have been made. I think we should make some suggestions. And recently, I don't know if you remember, if you've heard, Jeff Bezos got married. And it was like the Hunger Games capital of weddings. Truly grotesque. It actually made me a little sick to my stomach. Yeah. Just the extravagance, the wealth, and the tone deafness of all of it. So I linked in our notes a list of many of the high profile celebrities that attended.
And I think we should go through this list and pick a few folks to get some PR pep walk recommendations to rehab their image. I think obviously
God.
like the Kardashian Jenners,
I know.
like whatever, they're too far gone.
There's nothing they could read that could help them.
Hey, but Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King were there. What are you guys doing?
I mean, that tracks. Oprah is the reason we have Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil. And for those crimes, she should be tried. She should be tried.
Ivanka and Jared Kushner were there. But I want to zero in on Sydney Sweeney.
Okay. All right.
Sydney Sweeney, you did not have to go to this.
I'm worried for her because of this. And also, recently, she's been... Like, there was a little bit of a conversation about her and the Glenn Powell and the fake dating rumors they stirred up during their movie. And she's doing didn't she do the bathwater thing with the soap?
Yeah.
She's made some choices lately.
She's made a lot of choices. And I feel like they're really interesting choices. I don't know if they're like coordinated or calculated, but she is on the precipice of really losing the plot.
Yeah.
And kind of tanking what she was building, which was like a really successful and serious career.
Totally.
On Euphoria, she was like a star, you know, she's done some really great stuff. And I feel like also she's worked so hard. Like, hear me. I don't mean to say I feel sorry for hot people.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think that she came into a career where she was being like over sexualized because she's conventionally beautiful and has like giant tits and small arms.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, they take me seriously. I'm not just like a sex kitten.
Yeah.
Okay. But then you go and do shit like this.
Yes.
And why are you at Jeff Bezos' wedding? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's rein it back in. What should Sydney Sweeney be photograph reading?
I think either, and this is vague, maybe you have specifics, either she needs to get cast as a real person, like a legit,
read their
memoir. Like a
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe. But that's like, there's a million Marilyn Monroe movies. But like someone maybe even unknown. Like a World War II feminist, like, underground spy.
It's so hard though, because she has iPhone face.
She totally does, but she still needs to get cast anyways as someone not hot. Someone real who's not hot. And then she needs to be seen reading that person's book, and then immediately after, the news needs to drop of her being cast as that person, and you're like, wow, she was actually doing research for the role for her audition, so she was taking this really seriously. That would be number one. Number two, she should just shave her head. That's always drastic, and then people will be talking about that. That has nothing to do with the book. Then she could read Britney Spears' memoir, and we'd all be like, we get it.
So you're saying she should manufacture like a psychotic break?
Sure.
And then everyone will be like, oh, that's why it was happening. She was manic.
Totally. Number three, she needs to just start, like, go give into her base, or, like, she just needs to be seen reading Verity by Colleen Hoover.
And just, like, fully go.
Yeah. Descent.
Fully go for it.
Those are my 3 advice columns for you, Sydney. What would you say to her?
I do think she needs to read a memoir, and I think it needs to be not a celebrity memoir and not, like, a deep political memoir. Like, I think she needs to read something like extremely normal. Yes. Like she needs to read like Be Ready When the Luck Happens by Ina Garten.
That would be great, actually.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She needs to appear normal. So I'm trying to think of another. I really don't think it needs to be anything too deep. Let me look at my reading list really quick.
Because that's obviously fake. It's so obviously fake.
She needs to say like, wait, hold on. I am like you.
Yes.
You could be like me. She needs to read like, okay, gosh, all the memoirs I read are deep though.
I know. I don't read a lot of
maybe
memoirs.
It is a celebrity memoir, but it's like a normie. Like Ina Garten. Like we're choosing like, okay, or she should read the memoir of like like a Bachelor Nation memoir.
Yeah. Read Rachel Lindsay's memoir.
Read Rachel Lindsay's memoir, okay? You're just normal.
Yeah.
You're just like us, and you're not this like psycho weird yacht girl who goes to Jeff Bezos' wedding and sells her bathwater soap.
She should read Rachel Lindsay's memoir, and then she should go on a podcast and talk about how much she loves watching The Bachelor and it's her guilty pleasure, you know?
She needs to go on a podcast with Gabby Windy.
Yes, she should go on Gabby's podcast and she should chat with her. Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Solved. Another celebrity who may be in need of a little bit of a PR reboot is Blake.
Wait,
Lively.
before, can we talk about Carly Kloss?
Yeah. That she was at the wedding?
Yeah.
I mean, of course she was at the wedding.
You know what I would tell you, Carly Kloss? You know how you can save yourself? Pick up a copy of The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and get papped reading that.
No, you know what would be even better?
What?
Just Kids by Patti Smith.
Sure. Yeah, whatever.
Like, make people think
Lean
that
in.
the album that was about Maddie Healy was about you. So Taylor Swift mentions like lots of books and authors and stuff in her music.
So true.
Pick one of those. Pick multiple of them. Be seen reading them, and we'll distract everyone from you being married to a Kushner. We'll distract everyone from you being at Jeff Bezos' wedding. We'll distract people from Ivanka Trump being your sister-in-law. And
hone in.
We will then just get the Gaylors. Just give them, give them a tiniest spark. Just a little kindling.
To be clear, I do feel like they're fully insane, the Gaylors, but at the same time, I think you should feed into them if you're Carly Kloss, because like your alternative is just, it's not great. And if you give them the slightest bit of ammunition to feed their insane conspiracies, they will find a way to they'll make the connections for you. You'll be the #1 trending topic on their Reddit sub, and like you need that at this point.
Yeah, you really need that. You need to make yourself look like a star-crossed lover of the biggest pop star in the world.
And you need to not look hot while you're doing this. Like it should be giving the who were we just talking about? Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. That pop walk, give that vibe while reading one of those books, looking a little bit down. Especially if it's like immediately following Taylor being on a pop walk with Travis Kelce. If you could do that,
yes.
Everyone will forget about this.
And like wear something similar to what she was wearing.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like the same pattern shirt or something.
Tie in like the same color or like a similar designer or same designer or something like that. All of your problems will go away.
They will, respectfully. I mean, you'll have new problems.
And I give that
maybe
same
worse
advice.
Ones, possibly.
I give that same advice like preemptively. Like if you find yourself in a sticky PR situation, I give this advice preemptively to Diana Agron.
Yeah.
And I also give it to Zoe Kravitz.
Sure.
And who else was like alleged to be a lover of Taylor Swift?
I don't know. I'm not up on my Gaylor lore.
Forget. Anyways,
you're welcome, Carly. Feel free to come on the pod anytime. Love to chat.
We would love to chat.
Maybe not. Okay, Blake Lively.
Blake Lively. What should she be reading right now?
Okay, I've been thinking a lot about this since the beginning of this episode. I saw you pose this question. I think she has 2 paths she could take, okay? #1, she could really go scorched earth on her husband.
Make it his problem. Ryan Reynolds. Make it his issue.
Yes, I couldn't remember Ryan Reynolds. She could start reading like, books about like controlling spouses, escaping domestic violence situations. Is this like a good thing? No. Does this make you a good person? No. But garner up some sympathy. Be like, it's not me. It's him. You know what I mean? Like, he sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That's #1. What do you think?
Okay. Well, I think she should read a feminist book, but it can't be over the top. So I don't think she should be photographed reading like bell hooks or something like that.
That's too far. Yeah.
That's
There's
performative and that's going to be obvious.
Yes.
So I think she
Plantation
needs to read
Blake Lively can't go straight to bell hooks.
I think she needs to read a book like If I Had Your Face by Frances Cha or Pachinko, which I will get into later, by Min Jin Lee. I think reading a book by a woman of color would help. I think, or if you're going to go with a white lady, maybe even go like just a little lighter and read like a Sally Rooney book or something like that. Like show that you have range. Okay. Yeah. So let's flip from this Colleen Hoover crap and like read a book about feminism from a different perspective. And it will be like a gentle edge back into like, look at me, I'm learning.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
If you wanted to go the learning route.
The thing is, I actually don't really know what to do with this whole Blake Lively thing. And so part of me is like, I do think she might be telling the truth. And I think like easing her way back into Like, I don't think she needs to go full throttle like you're saying. She doesn't need to really read. Like, she shouldn't read. If this is a different time, you know what I would tell her to read? Lean In. If this was like the 2010s still, I would say read Lean In and do your girl boss thing, you know, and but that era has passed, and I'm like, okay, there's nothing in filling that void. Like, what's the girl wash your face of or that's not like totally stupid and ridiculed? I don't know, but whatever that is what Blake Lively should be reading. Or she should be reading, like, you know, Defending Yourself in Court 101 for Dummies or something. Like, she should do what Kim K did and pretend she's studying for the bar. Like,
pretend, yeah, and like make a few phone calls to try and get someone out of jail or something. Yeah,
like, and be like, you know what, this whole legal trouble has really... Or she should just be photographed on a pap walk with Amber Heard and be like, look, we're the same. You guys are starting to have empathy for her. Empathy for me.
Yeah, what she shouldn't do also is she should not pick anything that is like on the New York Times top 100 bestsellers right now.
No, absolutely not.
Because then people are going to be like, oh, is she trying to do another book to screen adaptation? Can't do that. Like, you can't change the narrative to that. This needs to be about your personal growth.
And she should maybe
don't
never
overdo it.
Yeah, no. Don't overdo it.
I mean, to be clear, I think she should actually read Bell Hooks. I just don't think that she should be photographed reading.
She should not. That's like way too performative.
I don't think she's going to actually read any of these books.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No.
Okay. Great. Well, you're welcome. That was free labor. Blake Lively. And if you'd like to hear more about our ideas, follow us on Instagram at Redirect Podcast.
Yeah. Or Blue Sky. We're very fun.
Sky. Anything else you want to say about celebrity pap walks? Or celebrity reading?
Just that I don't believe any of them. I don't believe you if you're photographed with a book. I really don't. You're all fake. Yeah.
Unless you've proven to be... Oh, here's one more I think we should do.
Okay.
Chappell Roan.
Okay.
Chappell Roan has not, to my knowledge, been papped reading a book. But she had a rapid ascent to fame.
Yeah.
And then she just made bad PR move after bad PR move. Not listening to her experts, not like being dumb and opportunistic with politics and just like, just sucking kind of. If you were her and you wanted to if you were her PR specialist and you wanted to rehabilitate her image, what would you tell her?
She should read books written by queer authors of color. Specifically.
Oh.
And like, even better if they're like indie and not like big name books, and like
she should read like Roxane Gay.
Yeah, like, and she's using her celebrity to help people sell books. Like, I genuinely think like small authors who aren't well known, I think that's what she should do.
Yeah.
I'll curate a list for you, Chappell Roan, but yeah.
That's good. I think she needs to read. Do you think nonfiction or fiction, or it doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. I think fiction's good for her. Like, she doesn't seem like a nonfiction reader, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, just fun. It can be fun. Like, they can be chill books. I just think.
Okay, then not Roxane Gay, because those are all really serious.
Yeah, she should just use like her books that conceivably she might actually be reading. She could become the Chris Pine, where we're like, actually, I do think she's reading these books, but like, they're specifically uplifting authors who may not otherwise be given the opportunities of like white straight authors who are trad published.
Yeah. What's that book I read recently? I was not like a super high rating for me, but it would be good for her to be papped with. And it's like decent. Is Stars in Your Eyes by Kaysen Callender. Mm-hmm. It's about like, it's a male queer love story about celebrities.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like,
yep.
Yeah, just I think actions speak louder than words, and people are going to, I think there's like a lot of, like, I think there's a reason Taylor Swift is never papped with books, and it's because there's so much power in that. Like,
well, actually, I also think it's part of the reason it's because she actually reads.
Yeah, I think that's number one. Number two, like, I think there's a lot of power, and you're like you're basically endorsing a book if you are photographed reading it in a lot of ways. Like, and people are going to go look up a book if their favorite celebrity is pictured reading it. Like, that's only natural. I mean, there's a whole Vogue article about it that we're reading, you know? And so I think she could use, instead of just, like, don't go on any more podcasts for a while, instead of saying anything, just, like, really find some really decent authors who aren't as well known. And then you can be the bridge up to give them the spotlight that they deserve. So that's my opinion for you, chaperone. You're welcome, again.
Yeah, she needs that. She really does. Listen to your communications professionals, people.
Exactly. If you were a celebrity, what is the first book you would want to be tapped with?
What kind of celebrity am I?
A podcast so famous that you have paparazzi following you around.
Oh my God, my reading podcast is so famous. I have paparazzi.
Yeah, so this is your chance. You have to prove that you have good taste, obviously, because that your livelihood relies on it. And like, you want people to listen to your podcast. So what is your shot?
Immediately, the first thing that came to my mind, and I'm so confident in this choice, is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert.
That's a great choice. That is such a good choice.
It aligns with my values.
Yeah.
I want to promote Talia Hibbert. I want her to be like the most famous author in the world.
So true.
I love this book. And yeah, no, that's exactly, I would say this is what I'm about.
I love that. No, I think that's perfect.
Everything about like my recommendations and tastes are going to come down to like, it's not like my favorite book in the whole entire world, but I think it sends a message of what I like, and I would want to uplift her. What about you?
Oh gosh, okay. See, I asked the question, I don't know the answer. I think if I want to be pretentious, I'm doing The Count of Monte Cristo. That's off the bat. If I don't want to be pretentious, let me look at my shelves. I mean, Talia Hibbert's great. Maybe probably like Happy Place. That's just, can't beat it. I'll bring my signed copy out for the pap walk.
Yeah. Emily Henry actually addressed this to me.
Yeah. Like, we're close personal friends. And then maybe she would come on the pod because she'd be like, oh my gosh, you're a fan? So then she would come on. Same with Talia Hibbert. Love to have her on if you're ever interested, Talia. So that's great.
Yeah. If this was like
what if you're being papped for your political career? Then what book would you want to be taken with?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I think I'm trying to remember. Hold on. Let me Google the author really quick. I'm reading the biography of John Brown by W.E.B. Du Bois.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I want people to know that I'm an abolitionist.
Yeah. It says all you need to know.
Yeah, that's aligns with my values, and that's the kind of person I would be.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
What about you and your professional communications career?
Okay, that was like my political career.
What would you advise yourself as a communications professional?
Am I in hot water, or is this just for vibes?
You're trying to promote your career. So what message are you going to send that you would be a good communications professional to add to someone's team?
That's like really stressful. The AP style guide.
That's funny.
Maybe like Bird by Bird. That's a good writing book.
Oh, that is good.
Name? That's a really good book. So something like on writing. Maybe.
Anne Lamott.
Yes, Anne Lamott. I actually at one point had like 3 different copies of that book. So,
did Miss Heidi give you one of them?
Yeah, she did.
She gave me one too.
Yeah, slay. I forget where I got the other one, but I feel like it was also a gift. Like multiple people gifted it to me. So anyways, yeah, something like that maybe.
Good stuff. Okay, and other book news. 2 books that we have both enjoyed greatly have been release dates for their movie adaptations have been announced. So People We Meet on Vacation in January 2026, which is crazy far away.
It is, but okay.
Also, I'm so shocked it's going to be a January movie.
People have been commenting this. I need to do a reread, but doesn't he say something in the book like January feels like June when I'm with you or something? Or is that from another book?
You know what? Hold on. Is this like a Taylor Swift style Easter egg that the next movie adaptation will be Beach Read because the female main character of Beach Read is named January?
Maybe. It's June and January because I'm in love. That's from Beach Read. That would be an insane style. She would. Taylor, she would. Yeah, that's a Beach Read quote. So people have been commenting that because it says it's June and January.
I bet it is an Easter egg.
So, I mean, it makes sense.
Didn't get like a full trailer. We got like
a teaser, a snippet.
little teaser.
Yeah.
And I have to say, President Snow, Coriolanus Snow,
if you're watching this, no.
Tom, what's
Tom
his face?
Blythe. Blythe. I don't know.
He is playing Alex, the male main character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there for it. I only heard his voice.
I
And
know.
I was like, no.
That's enough.
I get why people have sexualized Coriolanus Snow, played by Tom Blythe, because of this. So I'm very excited.
I'm really looking forward to this. I will be sat at home watching this. I wish it was getting a theatrical release. That would be the only thing that could be better. But you know what? We'll live and we'll watch this on repeat. And thank you, Netflix God, for giving us this adaptation. Yeah. And I think people will...
You will stay getting my $15.99 a month.
Okay, People We Cannot Meet on Vacation is the same as Debut, the Taylor Swift album, her first one. To me, which is that I think when the Taylor's version comes out of Debut, and I think when this movie comes out, people will finally put respect on the source material that they deserve. Because Debut has some bangers. This book is really good, and it has some haters out there, and I feel like a lot of people skip it because of that. And so I feel like when this movie comes out, it's going to be like, oh, I get it now. So,
yeah, I get it.
Shout out.
Also, Project Hail Mary, which
we
have just eagerly anticipating for so long, is finally getting its theatrical release in March of 2026, starring Ryan Gosling.
Yes.
The trailer came out. What were your initial thoughts about the trailer?
It looks so freaking good. And I should have known. Yeah. Because Andy Weir, like The Martian, is already a successful adaptation. So that tracks. Obviously, this book is hugely popular. I cannot scroll through a Reddit thread of book recommendations without someone recommending this book, like no matter what the person has asked for. It's so good. It's beloved. And Ryan Gosling is great.
Yeah. I was so excited about it too. My one, I guess one like surprise is I was like, oh, this seems so much quirkier than the book.
Yeah, it did seem
like, it seemed
weird.
like the main, like the whole, like, it seemed more humorous than what I imagined it would be. There was definitely like more of a humorous kind of quirky, goofy tone. So
yeah, I'm interested in your thoughts because I've seen a lot of discourse about the trailer because obviously it does give away Rocky's existence, who is the alien that Ryan Gosling's character befriends on his quest to do something unknown. And people are really mad about it. And so I just wanted to know what you thought about the choice to reveal that in the trailer. And also to kind of reveal like, I mean, they say like the sun's dying and you need to help us and you're like our only hope kind of thing. So you get a lot of context, but what do you think about what they decided to include in the trailer that some people might think are spoilery?
Yeah, I kind of forgot that wasn't... I kind of forgot, like I didn't think of that. I just, in my memory, I obviously remember Rocky, so...
Yeah.
Interesting choice, but I think if they were maybe they did it because they were going for the humorous tone, because if not, you're just like, okay, we just have this guy up in space and this feels like really similar to The Martian and we have to differentiate it a little bit. And he's like, how are we going to make it humorous or funny or goofy or like childlike in any way? So that's probably why they made that choice. But also, I'm just like, I still think people should read the book. Like, I really just truly don't think that the movie will be a replacement.
No.
So, yeah.
People should read this book. Do you think, based on what you saw, sorry, I'm throwing a lot to you, that, do you think they'll start, like, in a chronological way? Like, will they, do you think they'll show you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or
no. How
it starts in the book where you wake up and, you know, he's on this mission already and then he gets his memories back slowly. Do you think they'll do it more like that?
I don't know. I think they'll do the memory thing.
I think they have to some extent because
they already gave away Rocky's existence.
Right. And you have to have spoilers. Okay. So skip ahead if you don't want to hear them, but you have to have the reveal somehow. Like he can't, the audience shouldn't start off knowing from the beginning that this is a doomed mission and that he's not coming back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that to me is like the climax kind of the book is him remembering that. So I feel like there has to be some way that they deal with the flashbacks. So I'm interested to see how it's structured. And I think, like, honestly, if you're upset about the trailer, you should really calm down and touch grass. And I mean that with the most love in my heart, because there are just people who are never going to read the book, honestly. And you want those people to still go see the movie.
I get it. Yeah.
And you also want to show, like, to me, as a person who has read this book more than once, I'm like, hey, this is awesome. Like, this is so cool. I had no idea how how the space stuff was gonna look and how this other spaceship would look, and you getting to see, like, even a fleeting glimpse of it is, like, really reassuring as someone who loves the book. So I think just calm down a little bit. Yeah.
Let's all calm down.
We don't need to discourse everything. You know what I mean?
Truly.
Okay. I'm so excited for this, though. I will.
Me too.
I'm
just sad that it's going to take so long. I feel like I've already been waiting so long, but
yeah. But
whatever.
It's
Time
like,
flies.
the edits are already popping off on TikTok from the 1 minute trailer, so I'm really ready for this.
This is a great role for Ryan Gosling. He made it like
So
he's taking
good.
the right roles. This is perfect for him.
Good. Because you know why? He is possibly the most charismatic and charming, one of the most charismatic and charming actors out there.
Yeah.
And if anyone can carry a lot of time just by yourself on screen, I think it's him. And so I think he's a great choice, and he made a good choice. So
yeah,
very excited. Okay.
Good stuff.
What have you read recently?
What have I read recently?
Should I go first, since yours is probably really good and mine is mid?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I just have to talk about this book. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already saw some of my thoughts. Okay, but it's called Rules for Second Chances by Maggie North. And the main character of this book is ambiguously neurodivergent. You get that from the beginning, okay?
Okay.
She is married. She's been married for a long time to her husband. His name is Tobin. He's like Scandinavian of some type. Okay. He's like a big, brawny guy, long, luscious hair, very, very charming, very charismatic, life of the party. She's just not that at all. But they met because they both work in the like wilderness adventure tourism space. And so they met leading tour groups in like Canada or whatever they live. But their marriage is not in a good space. It's not going very well. It all kind of comes to a head at the very beginning of this book when she is at her 30th birthday party, and everyone there is Tobin's friends, basically, and his coworkers, and like she doesn't have any really friends of her own. And like Tobin's family, who play a very big, difficult role in their marriage, they're there, and one of his friends like mistakes her for a server, and she snaps because she's like, this is my birthday party, not the server. And she just has this like feeling of being invisible, and like no one sees her in her life. And her husband doesn't see her, her family, her sister, she has a really rocky relationship with her. At work, she's constantly being passed over for promotions because of like her struggles to like maybe connect with people in a normal, neurotypical way. And so she snaps, she moves out, and she's like, I need space from you. I am going to, I need to become my own person, basically. This is where it almost lost me. She decides to pursue improv.
Oh, dear.
And simultaneously, Tobin approaches her because her improv instructor is his really good friend, who's also like a award-winning certified relationship coach or whatever, or like psychologist, who is writing a book on how to use improv to heal your relationships.
Okay.
So I was like, this is going to be stupid, okay?
Yeah, but you kept going.
I kept going, and it actually wasn't stupid. Like, the improv part was not dumb. She's like, okay, I'll do this book with you. I'm not moving back in. We have these ground rules, but we'll go through the book, and we'll try it. Like, whatever. This is my Hail Mary, and if it doesn't work, we're done. We're getting divorced. It's all about Liz's journey. It's not really about her husband, like, being a bad person, because he's really not. He, like, they have, like, some bad habits. He's, like, not very good at opening up, and he, like, tries to pretend everything's fine all the time. But, like, as she changes through this book, she is also able to see, like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like, divorce is like a hard thing to write about, and like people falling back in love, because you're like, okay, well, what actually broke you guys apart in the first place, and then how are we going to fix that in the course of a book? But I liked that this was really focused on Liz's journey and like figuring out her own possible diagnosis of what's neurodivergent about her, and coming into herself. I gave this a bad review though. No, not bad. I took away points because the epilogue legit, which you guys know, I'm anti-epilogue. I hate epilogues. I want them to be abolished for the most part. Or they should be like a license. Like you need to apply to get permission to use an epilogue. But in the epilogue, it literally opens with her screaming in pain during childbirth. Let me actually read this excerpt to you.
I don't think people actually need to read this book anymore because I think you've told them every single thing.
I know. That's why I'm saying it's not even a recommendation. I just wanted to talk about it. Okay, this is the epilogue. This is the worst. Tobin. Liquid pain, liquid pain, liquid pain. I scream at the 4 worst swears I know, back to back. I'm here. You're doing great. Keep going. No, I can't. No. Okay, I don't need to keep going. Anyways,
that's a bummer.
Because the rest of the book was genuinely so good and really moving and funny. And then you get to the epilogue. So anyways, let's abolish epilogues. I hate them. So thank you. That's it.
That's a really strong opinion of yours. I am team epilogue, but
I know that's fair.
But I will agree that I think being like epilogue, someone did the most important thing they could do in the world. Having a kid is like annoying. Come on. We're erasing all the progress they made in the book. Like
exactly.
But that wasn't all building to them having a kid. The whole thing was building them having a happy life.
That's the thing. Because if it was, there are books where that might make sense. Where having a kid might have been a really important part of like what they wanted for their life. Or like it might be, this was not that. They barely mentioned like wanting to have kids one day. Like it was an offhanded comment. So like that's not where it needs to start. I don't know. Anyways, I don't like it.
Yeah,
so.
It's not connected to everything else. It's just like, oh
it's
my God,
it's cheap.
kids.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Great.
And anyone can have a kid.
Yeah. Literally.
It's not like,
it doesn't mean anything. And it doesn't actually show me.
It's not connected to the meaning of the book.
Yes, exactly. So, thank you. But I did like it. So, whatever. I just told you the whole plot. But I think it was really interesting. I never thought a book about improv would be as enjoyable as it actually ended up being. So, thank you.
You're like my dad. My dad will be like, have you guys ever watched Dateline? There's an episode of Dateline. Then he'll go through every single scene of the episode of Dateline. Then he'll be like, you should really watch it. I'm like, I feel like I already did.
I feel like I did, man.
Anyway. Okay, I have 2 books to share.
Please do.
One was my book club book. And I was the only one who really liked it.
Cool.
But I did like it. And so I guess I'm just providing that context that like most of the other people didn't. But it's called Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield. It's not very long. And it is literary fiction / horror, but horror not in a gory way, horror more in like a yellow face type way.
Okay.
So,
like suspense?
Kind of. It's like kind of this sense
horror-y.
of foreboding. Like you don't know what's going on. Like there's not a lot of comfort and there's not a lot of resolution. So if you have to have resolution and clarity, then this isn't for you. But if you like exploring themes of like magical realism, grief, and like, it's a book about grief, honestly. And so in this book, the main character, also this is a stream of consciousness book. So if you hate that, so these are all the things that my peers
I get it.
did not
You have
enjoy.
to give trigger warnings for those things. That's fair.
Yeah, it is stream of consciousness. So there's a lot of in this. But to me, my defense of this is that was part of what made it horror.
Yeah,
It's unsettling. The stream of consciousness is unsettling. It's intentional. So the main character, I don't.
One day I'm going to make a supercut of every time we have to Google the main characters' names in our episodes.
Okay, Miri.
Okay.
Miri's wife, Leah, is like a, what do you call people who go in submarines? Like
submariner?
Oceanographer, marine biologist.
Sure.
Submariner. And she goes off on a mission, and it's supposed to be like a week. And it is not. It is much longer. She's not given a lot of information about what happened. And when she comes back, she's gone for several months. So she ends up coming back on land and then having to stay in a center and be like quarantined. And now something is wrong with Leah.
That's horrifying.
We don't like, things are not right. And she is not doing well. And this is part of kind of like the surrealism of the book, is that she's kind of like, is she turning into a sea creature? She's spending a lot of time in the bathroom with the bath on and drinking salt water, and we don't really know. And guess what? You don't get to know. And interspliced throughout the book are short POVs from Leah's point of view when she was under the sea.
Okay.
I thought it was good. It really made me think, but again, like, you are not going to get resolution. If that is what you seek, then do not read this book. This is more of a book that like asks you a question that tells you an answer. So if that sounds appealing to you, I would read it. If this book was 400 pages, I would hate it, but it was like 250 pages. So it felt like it was the length it needed to be. And then I also finally, like 10 years late, read Pachinko by Min Jin Lee, which was a life-changing book. It was truly, have you ever read it?
No.
Oh, I really think you should.
Okay.
It's kind of like what you were describing about East of Eden, where it's generation to generation, thinking through like the choices of the older generation and how that impacts the people younger than them. I was so ignorant to the Japanese occupation of Korea. Didn't know that. Learned so much about history, learned so much about like what it was like in Japan and Korea during and after World War II. And just, it is a book about the suffering of women, unfortunately. But was just so thought provoking. I mean, it is told in third person, but you get so many different points of view from many different characters. And I feel like any of the characters, even the smallest, shortest, briefest characters, you could have a whole book written about them. The character development is truly unlike anything I've ever read. It is so good. So I highly, highly, highly recommend. Obviously, this is not a hot take. It's like an award-winning book and it's extremely famous. And there's an Apple TV show about it. So it's not like breaking news. But I'm so glad I finally read it. And it wasn't just like, oh, I missed the boat. It's really good and everyone should read it.
It's available now on Libby, so I just got it. And I'll try to read it. I'm really doing great with my TBR challenge.
And if you do, if you do, the audiobook is available on Spotify too, if you do both at the same time. And it's narrated by Sandra Oh.
Nice.
So it took a really good performance of an audiobook narration.
Wow, what an episode.
What an episode. By the way, how is your summer reading challenge going?
Okay, well, the reason I read that mid book I just told you guys about is because I'm currently reading The Rose Code, which is on my summer reading challenge, and it's really good. You would definitely like it. I know that for a fact. It's about women code breakers.
This is the one that Allie.
Yeah, she bullied me into reading. It's really, I actually know you would like it. It hooked me from the first page, but it's very like, there's a lot happening because it is about World War II and it follows these three women. And the very first opening scene, one of the women is in an insane asylum and is claiming to be innocent of something. And the other two, who used to be very close, now like hate each other or don't talk anymore. But you don't know like who's who because it doesn't use names. And then you get the three women's story. So it's like, you don't really know what happened. So it's got like,
okay, Allie, I see you.
Yeah. Flashbacks and stuff. And so anyways, it's really good. It's just, I picked up that other like stupid late available now romance book. Cause I'm like, I need something to cleanse me because it's very like,
yeah, that's honestly how I felt after Pachinko. I'm like, okay, maybe I need to I need to read something brain dead.
Yeah.
And then I can go back. Unfortunately, though, I did pick a book that I'm reading right now that is really good, but it is also heavy, so I'm definitely going to need a break. But I'll update you next episode when I'm done with that one.
I get it. So, yeah, I'm doing okay.
All right.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.